Close enough. Would you all rise for pledge, please?
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, there's nothing here. Absolutely not. Okay, now this is going to be fun. So that's what this is. You can see the audience. Can I? Call to order the town board meeting for February 4th, 2015. We're going to open up tonight with a presentation from members of the Rolling Thunder. Charlie, are you going to do the presentation? Or?
How you doing, everybody? My name's Charlie Wanger from Rolling Thunder, New York, Chapter 3, and we're here tonight to honor two soldiers that were killed in action from the town of Newburgh. First thing I want to do is recognize we got two Gold Star moms here, Renata DeAngelis and Vivian Allen. They show up all the time. Every street dedication we've done so far this year. All right, a little bit about Rolling Thunder. We're a POW-MIA organization. We take care of all veterans, whether they need a roof on their house, oil in their tank, or pay the rent. That's what we do. And try not to forget about anybody left behind. We passed a law, no soldier left behind. That was one of the things Rolling Thunder did. The POW flag that flies, that's another thing Rolling Thunder has done. All right, so we're going to start with Nicholas Brooks. It's been a long time for Nicholas. 54 years he's been dead, and it's about time we recognize him. I'd like to thank George for letting Rolling Thunder come into his town, all you councilmen for letting us come in here and do this. On the second day of 1970, warplanes were launched from the American aircraft carrier USS Ranger, passed over Southeast China Sea, Central Vietnam, and began once again the almost impossible task of trying to close the Ho Chi Minh Trail with bombs and guns. The planes included A-6 intruders, at the time, a best all-weather ship aircraft attack plane in the world. Sophisticated radar, advanced technology, strangely shaped planes to bomb through clouds, as well as veteran pilots usually did in the sunshine. Flying one particular A-6, a Model A, was Lieutenant Bruce Fryer. The primary mission on the A's model was the close air support, all-weather, and night attacks on enemy troops confrontations. Flying with Fryer was Lieutenant Nicholas G. Brooks, bombardier and navigator. At an altitude of approximately 7,000 feet, during a visual dive bombing attack on a target, the aircraft was struck by enemy aircraft fire. The intruder immediately began breaking up and subsequently impacted the ground, exploded and burned. Both the strike control aircraft and the down aircraft wingmen observed two parachutes and heard beep signals from two survival radios. Both crew had safely ejected from the crippled aircraft. Search and rescue efforts began immediately. In the kids' efforts, one man was sighted on the ground in a prone position with a parachute still attached to him. Helicopter crewman was lowered to the ground and attempted to hoist the prone man. Heavy enemy fire forced the helicopter to depart prior to hoisting the downed aircraft. The crewman scarcely escaped the attempt the recovery, but was able to identify the downed crewman as Lieutenant Fryer. The crewman indicated that Fryer was unconscious but did not have time to determine if he was dead or alive. darkness precluded further rescue attempts that day. Upon resumption of the rescue efforts, the first light of January 3rd, the halo returned to the location of the prone man to find that he and the parachute were gone, no longer in sight. The emergency beeper was heard during the morning, but attempts to have any pattern of transmission or voice contact unsuccessfully. The Brooks family later received information that Nix had been captured and escaped at least 3 times. In 1982, Nick Brooks' remains returned to his family. His parents had his remains independently analyzed and satisfied with the results, buried their son at sea on March 25, 1982. They had been recovered by Leo National's freedom fighters and returned through the American working with the resistance elements of Laos in the attempt to bring home live American POWs. Brooks' remains were among very few recovered from Laos. Nearly 600 Americans disappeared there during the war, but as Laos was not included in the peace agreement which ended American involvement in Southeast Asia, no Americans held in Laos were released at the end of the war or since. Brooks and Fryer did not die when their plane was shot down. Brooks is home. Fryer could be one of the hundreds of Americans experts believe are still alive and waiting for their country to bring them home. And it's time we did. Nicholas Brooks graduated from the Navy Academy in 1966. So with that, George, I'd like you to come up here. And Al. This is Al Coley, the president of Rolling Thunder. He has something to give George.
Sure, this is a certificate acknowledging your dedication to our troops and the support of our veterans. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Stay up here.
Can I do this photo op? Three, huh?
There you go.
What do you want to do?
I want to kind of thank George because this is how the sign campaign got started. I lost a friend in Vietnam in 1970, and it seems like they died about the same time. So it brought a lot back to me, and that's why I started the campaign sign. So George, for all you've done, I think you deserve this.
Thank you, Charles.
Okay?
We'll pick this up.
Okay.
We're gonna do it. We're actually gonna do a, we're actually gonna do a,
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of these.
yeah. Well, and we're gonna do a,
And we're gonna
program
picture with everybody, okay?
okay.
All right, the next soldier we're gonna do tonight is Joseph Tremblay. Joseph Tremblay. When Joseph Tremblay volunteered for a tour in Iraq, his dad Lawrence tried to talk him out of it. I've got a bunch of friends who are Marines, Lawrence Tremblay said in the telephone interview Thursday night. His voice thick with emotion as he remembered having his friends try to talk change Joseph's mind about serving in Iraq. Joey looked at them and said, "It's something I have to do." He felt very strongly towards that. On Wednesday, April 27, 2005, his family learned that Corporal Joseph Tremblay, 23, had been killed by a roadside bomb in Iraq. It wasn't clear which day Tremblay died, and the U.S. Department of Defense has not released details of his death. His father said Joseph was on a combat patrol in a Humvee when an explosive detonated. Deployed since January, Tremblay had called home and spoke with his fiancée, Jennifer Coloni, 24. He called me on Monday just to say he was okay and he loved me and he would be home soon, she said. Of the man she described as a 6th grade sweetheart. He always put others before himself. The youngest of 3 children, Joseph Tremblay graduated from Newburgh Free Academy, joined the U.S. Marines in 1999 as an active duty soldier. He had served in Okinawa, Australia, but was not deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan after September 11th. He felt that he missed it and was really bothering him. His father said Joseph, who joined the reserves after completing his 4 active years of service in 2003, felt that all his brothers were there in Iraq and he wasn't. That wasn't the only reason Joseph Tremblay wanted to go back to Iraq. His family believes what got him was the kids and the people over there not having anything. Lawrence Tremblay said he had a very, very big heart and was a sweet kid. This is from his obituary. So with that, I'd like Larry to come up here, please, and Al. And if you all know Larry, he has a tribute bike for the Marines. And not only has he kept his son's name alive for years, there was 3 other boys that died with his son, and they're on the bike also.
There's 48 right here.
But
In a 9-month tour, or 7-month tour, they lost 48 guys. One of the guys concerned with Joe just walked in the door.
thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming.
Oscar, come on up. You're gonna have to talk for me, because I'm too emotional right now.
As I'm a Marine, I can't talk and walk at the same time.
Oscar, he served with my son, Joe.
How you doing, sir?
Stand up here with us.
Oh, boy.
Al.
Doc, is that Doc?
Yeah.
Get up here, there's another one. Come on up here.
You get the knock.
I'm sorry for taking so much time, Joe.
Give that.
Oh, yeah. Give you that first?
When Larry's son got killed that time, that was the first time I ever did an escort service. And it was quite an escort service. We were at Coloni's funeral home, and we were waiting for, I think, the town of New Windsor Police Department and Newburgh Police Department. And we waited and waited, and nobody showed up. We heard ambulances, we heard sirens, so I said, well, here they come. Well, they never got there. I guess 4 or 5 of the cops wrecked on the way. So we had to lead the whole procession ourselves. And then when we got to St. Mary's Church, Cardinal Ethan Dubin was there. And just an awesome turnout of people, respect. All the way out to Goshen, state trooper driving in the left lane, making every car pull off the road. It was just an awesome, awesome thing. I'll always remember it, Larry. And Tony Shebray was one of the guys that was with me, and Larry's son is buried out in Orange County, and Tony's about 10 feet away from him. So that's kind of put the thing together.
Yes, it was.
So with that, Larry, I hope you like this. I think Joey deserves this.
I think Joey's gonna like it.
I think he'll like that.
You can look at that.
Larry, come up here.
Come on, you get in here too. Take yours, I guess. It doesn't stop.
With the sign. All right, I want you to hold this. You get in the middle. You want to hold this in the middle.
Okay.
Get up here. On all the councilmen here? Al, you wanna get in here?
Sure.
Why don't we, go in the middle, Al. There you go.
My new friend Joe.
There you go.
And again, I wanna thank the Windsor for allowing us to come into their town and do this.
You good?
Attorney's over to the town now.
Okay, we're gonna see Anthony, because, Anthony, you take charge of these, all right?
This is no charge to the town. This is from Rolling Thunder, down in Windsor.
I'll be 20 years down the road, I'll still be right.
Yeah, I know.
So,
It's been a long time for me too.
I know. Thank you, George.
Good. Charlie, just thank you so much. I just want to say a couple words up here. Good. I want to thank everybody from Rolling Thunder for being here tonight. Yeah. You know, I guess everybody knows how special this is to me. Nikki was one of my best friends. We grew up together. We spent, up until the time he went off to Annapolis, and we spent a lot of time together. We were very, very close. And this really means a lot to me. And as I'm sure it means a lot to Larry. And again, you know, on behalf of the whole town, I want to thank you people for being here and doing this. You know, it's a great honor you're paying Nikki and Joe. And again, you know, it's an emotional thing for me, obviously. And I thank you all for being here again. So, and we're going to do a ceremony when we put the signs up, right? You know, so that'll be in the paper and watch for it. So, again, thank you all. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate it, and I know the members of Rolling Thunder appreciates it. And I know Larry Tremblay appreciates it.
George, if any of you want the pictures that we took tonight, just go to Rolling Thunder New York Chapter 3's website and click on the street memorial, and all the pictures will be, if you want pictures, okay?
Very good.
Thanks again.
Charlie, thanks again, all the members, you know, thank you, and everybody that came tonight for this, thank you. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that this spring. Yeah, we're gonna do it this spring. Anthony has said that he'll open it. Okay, we'll move on with the agenda now. I'll open it up to the floor for anybody that has any comments on any of the agenda items. Okay. Moving right along. Chair, entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor approve the minutes of the organizational Town Board meeting held on January 7th, 2015, and the minutes of the special Town Board meeting held on January 20th, 2015, as per copies posted on the Town Clerk's bulletin board in the Town Hall, and same distributed to each of the Town Board members.
Move it. Second.
Roll call.
Councilor Riggenbaugh?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Councilman Malarkey.
Yes.
Supervisor Green.
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor authorize the town clerk to advertise pursuant to law, calling for a sealed bid for the rehabilitation of the existing influence structure and replacement of the existing muffin monster. God, it's supposed to be with new mechanical clean bar screen, which shall be received and publicly opened on the 24th day of March 2015 at 10 a.m. in the office of the town clerk, town of Windsor, 555 Union Avenue, New Windsor, New York. The town board of the town of Windsor reserves the right to reject any and all bids.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach.
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey.
Yes.
Supervisor Green.
Yes, Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor report Matthew C. Monahan, 24 Prospect Hill Road, Walkville, New York, police officer for the town of New Windsor, effective February 17, 2015.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach.
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey.
Yes.
Supervisor Green.
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion that the Town Board of Town of Windsor adopt the standard schedule of fees for 2015 as attached. In order to provide for a consolidated schedule of fees and to allow for annual review and modification of fees involving administration of town ordinances and regulations, the town board deems it in its public interest to establish the standard schedule of fees for the town of New Windsor for the year 2015. Fees as adopted may be reviewed in the town clerk's office during normal business hours.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach.
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey.
Yes.
Supervisor Green.
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor requests congressional intervention to stop the proposed proposal to close or consolidate the Mid-Hudson P and DC, which would stop the delay of mail and eliminate of overnight deliveries of first-class mail originally set for January 5th, 2015, in accordance with the resolution attached here too.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach.
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey.
Yes.
Supervisor Green.
Yes. So that everybody knows, the P in DC is processing and distribution center. Pardon? And then we'll close it and consolidate it. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt the following resolution, whereas a map plan report proposing extension of drainage, extension 1 of Drainage District 6 was received and filed on January 7th, 2015. And the town board now desires to take action on this proposal. And whereas the town board intends to declare itself lead agency for the determination of impact on the environment, and whereas the town board has determined that pursuant to SECRA Section 617.5C11, this type of action, this is a type 2 action, and as lead agency will declare that no further environmental reviews is required, and whereas the town board wishes to fully examine the potential of any environmental impact of the project, and whereas the town board has also reviewed the short form environmental assessment form submitted by Morris Associates Engineering and Surveying Consultants, PLLC, for this project, now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of New Windsor declare itself lead agency for the determination of impact on the environment with regard to establishment of extension 1 of Drainage District 6. And 2, that the town board determined that this is a type 2 action requiring no further secret review.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach.
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey.
Yes.
Supervisor Green.
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor hereby adopt the order calling public hearing held on March 4th, 2015 at 555 Union Avenue, New Windsor, New York, at 7:00 p.m. for the creation of proposed extension number 1 to Drainage District number 6, Mount Airy Estates, the Reserve J Street, in accordance with the order attached here too.
Move. Second.
Councilman Lundstrom. Or
Yes.
excuse me, Riggenbach.
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey.
Yes.
Supervisor Green.
Yes. See how quick they forget injured.
Sorry.
Hearing no objection, the town board of town of Windsor receiving and file agreement between the town and Windsor and Northeast Association Management Incorporated for third-party administrative services arising from injuries occurring prior to January 1st, 2008. Said agreement is in effect from January 1st, 2015 to December 31st, 2015. Hearing no objections, town board of town of Windsor receiving and file agreement between the town and Windsor and the Windsor Volunteer Ambulance Corps dated January 13th, 2015 to provide ambulance and free hospital emergency services to the town. Hearing no objections, town board of town of Windsor receive and file bond rider to bond number 0447404 from the International Fidelity Insurance Company in the amount of $433,810.50 for Phase 8 of the Mount Airy Estates subdivision as authorized by the town board on January 7th, 2015. Hearing no objections, town board of town of Windsor receive and file fully executed agreement dated January 23rd, 2015 between the town of New Windsor and Clark Patterson Lee for the replacement of the Lake Road Bridge over Metro North. That would be the train tracks on Lake Road in Beaver Dam. Hearing no objections, town board of town of Windsor receive and file the 2014 annual reports for the fire prevention and building departments. Following reports were received, recorded, and filed with the town clerk. The town clerk's report for January 2015. Recreation, January 2015. Police Department, January 2015. Tax receiver, water, sewer, and garbage, January 2015. Tax receiver monthly tax statement, January 2015. Building Department, January 2015. Justice Calvin's, just January 2015, and Justice Thorpe for January 2015. Board.
No.
Nothing?
Okay. Public forum. Don't everybody jump at once. Okay. Apparently nobody wants to speak. Chair will entertain a motion. Town board, town wants to close the public forum portion of the meeting.
Move. Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Rickman?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstedt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi?
Yes.
Councilwoman Maloney?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes, just before we do close, I do want to say how appreciative I am of what Rolling Thunder has done for my friend Nick and for Corporal Tremblay. And I know Larry Tremblay is very appreciative, so it was very nice of them. And they're a wonderful organization. And we're going to, anybody that knows where the Brooks Monument is out on Route 207, this spring we're going to move that down to the honor roll on 9W and 94 with the highway superintendent. So. Okay. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor adjourn and the town board meeting.
Councilman Rickman?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstedt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi?
Yes.
Councilwoman Maloney?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. Thank you all for being here.